know.
Oh, I got another person to listen to tune into the podcast.
Who?
The Taco Bell drive-through guy. Hello, fellow weebs and otakus, to another episode of Anime Fix, where your fix for all things anime. I'm Chase.
I'm Lance.
Hello, Lance.
Chase.
How are you?
Pretty good. I am stellar. How about yourself?
I'm good. A little sore still from all the rolling. Got this morning at like 5:30 to go roll, and because
You might want to specify what you mean by rolling, because
I feel like people know what rolling. No, so rolling is jujitsu. Lance actually went to my first tournament, but we're not going to talk about that. I did horrible.
I already told a bunch of people.
Oh, you did? That's great. I love it.
I told them how spectacular it was.
I mean, you probably enjoyed it, watching me like tap all the time and like,
really
throw it around.
No. Dude, honestly, you did really good for your first time. And
bro, I was so nervous the whole time too, which like I forgot everything as soon as they said go. I was like, what's jujitsu? I have no idea.
You should be thankful though that it wasn't like like more of an MMA style fighting. Because imagine, you were scared then. Imagine being scared and knowing the other person's going to try to hit you in the face. Like that.
Yeah, I know.
I knew some pretty tough fighters who, like, we're talking like super stacked, like very strong upper body strength, who knew how to kickbox, but would say like they prefer jiu-jitsu because they're like, I don't want to get hit in the face.
Yep, 100%, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I told you this, but I was definitely in the wrong weight class or division, in my opinion, because I was in the 170, and when I got there, I weighed 160. So they had 10 pounds over me, and like I feel like that's one of the reasons as well. Like they were throwing me around, but also my nerves, and then just being content on the bottom and just like wanting it to be over so I can go home. So I'm going to take a little bit of time off for the next tournament and focus on, all the other stuff that's going on with school and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Good plan.
Quick question. Are you cold?
Yes.
Because you have a regular t-shirt on, but you're also wearing a beanie. So I was confused.
I am cold. I just, all my hoodies are in the laundry right now. And so that's why I'm not wearing one.
That's fair. I love this hoodie. It's 10 tree.
It's nice.
They plant 10 trees for every hoodie or every piece of clothing you buy.
It's very cool.
I like it a lot. Well, what are you listening? What did we watch this last week, Lance?
Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. Pyramid of Light.
Pyramid of Light. Have you watched any Yu-Gi-Oh? Or do you know what Yu-Gi-Oh is or anything like that before you watch this?
It's a card game.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know that before, I know that now after watching the movie.
Yeah. So you didn't know anything about the backstory or anything like that, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I knew a lot. Obviously, I've watched up to season like 3 or 4, which this movie takes place after like season 3 or 4. So I knew all the like those events leading up to this, which helped me a lot of remembering everything. But coming in as like a new person, what were your thoughts on it? Like, could you follow the story? Did you understand what was going on?
Yeah, I think so. Like the sort of rivalry going on, that was pretty, without going into detail about specific events, like you get that this guy is Poindexter, is full of himself and is irritated that this
who, Kaiba?
Yeah, Kaiba.
Yeah.
Poindexter. That's all I could think of was shut up,
Why?
Poindexter.
Why is he Poindexter? He doesn't have glasses.
I don't need glasses to be a Poindexter.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Just say like super edgelord nerd, like you can't beat me. I'm the best.
Bro, he's only won like one duel against Yugi, and that's because Yugi surrendered because Kaiba was gonna kill himself. He's gonna jump off a ledge, and Yugi's like, "No, I can't let you do that." So he quit.
Yeah, so like I was super annoyed by his character. But anyway, yes, I got the sense of the rivalry. The friends, his stupid friends. I'm the godfather. I'm the what is it? The godfather of
Yeah,
I could have been, I don't know that
yeah.
guy.
Joey Wheeler,
Yeah,
Joey.
Joey Wheeler. Yeah,
He's actually one of my favorite characters.
is he?
Most like in the series because he uses one of my favorite cards, which is Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Okay.
But it's not a very strong card, but I like that card a lot.
Yeah, he was the two
Comic
dinguses for
reliefs.
his friends. Yeah, the comic
Yeah,
reliefs.
yeah.
Kind of got the idea of their relation. Like this is what you get when you hang out with Yugi. Like
Yep.
if I had a friend who was dragging me into paranormal misadventures, I'd be like, I'm sorry, we can't talk anymore.
We can't be friends. Every other day, there's a random mythical creature coming to kill us. We can't do this anymore. Do
So yeah, but anyway, like,
you think it
and like,
deserved the 5% they got on Rotten Tomatoes?
all right, so this is probably a hot take.
Yeah.
I prefer this. So technically, this is a bad movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The
100%.
bad script writing. Like
It's more
animation's
of a
okay.
it's more of a commercial for the card game.
Yeah. So it's not a great like I would put this like in the same class as like Batman Beyond, which was a giant commercial for like toys. It was Batman Beyond. Not Batman Beyond. Batman Forever. Batman Beyond was kick ass. Um, Batman Forever with George Clooney
Oh
and
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jim Carrey as Riddler.
Yeah. That's a star-studding cast though, man. I can't believe they did
Star-studded
that bad.
cast, but a giant commercial for toys. It's
Yeah.
horrible, like just bad movie, right? But that being said, knowing that, not going in, I wasn't going in expecting like a top tier anime
Yeah.
movie.
You're just going in to have fun, right?
This is going to have fun. I prefer this to Makia.
You know what's so funny? Like we both bash on Makia so much. Do you know what like Rotten Tomatoes gave Makia?
Get 80%, something like that. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. 100% by the critics and 87% by the audience, and has over 250 ratings on the audience. A lot of people like Makia, man. I don't.
You're wrong.
Yeah, man. Looks like a lot of people are wrong. Like, what are they seeing that we can't? And how are both of us this crazy on agreement with Makia?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it deserves a rewatch. Maybe we should have a Makia
Maybe
a second attempt to watch it.
maybe we should watch a really bad movie and then watch that one. Like really bad, not like Yu-Gi-Oh bad, but like I don't know, like real bad. I can't think of a bad one right now.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But we should it probably deserves a second opportunity to
It
impress
probably
us.
should. But then what's
But
gonna happen? We're gonna spend a whole nother episode bashing it again. That's what's gonna happen.
especially when we was like, let's watch a really bad anime movie, and we're like, yeah, I think this is still better.
Yeah, I'd rather watch that one again.
Yeah, but it was enjoyable. It was fun. Um, the what was the opening, the narrator, like something that was never seen. Eventually, it was or something.
Yeah. That was funny too.
Really, I knew it was gonna be fun watching it. It kind of made me want to
Play the game.
just a card game, right? Like
Bro,
I played board games, card games before like that, but like actually like go out and buy like cards with HP points and attack points and all that stuff, and like go, I wield this,
yeah, that's
deal
true.
damage.
I have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards upstairs in a drawer, and I got them out, and I was like, huh, this was fun. I'll put him back in there.
Um, but and then what's his uh Pegasus is like, ooh, no more
Pegasus.
wine, no more white wine spritzers for me before
Yeah,
bed.
that was funny too.
So
I like how all the adults, they're still like adults. Like obviously Yugi and Kaiba, they're kids, right? Like they're
Mhm.
teenagers or whatever. But like Pegasus, that old dude with the sunglasses, like with the dual deck, he's like, "No, I'm gonna take you down, bro. You're like 40.
Yeah,
Why don't you do
dude, what are you doing? Why are you
why
hanging
don't
out
you,
at a high
yeah,
school wanting to
why,
play
why
a
don't you,
card?
why don't you do something else besides play Yu-Gi-Oh? Dual
You say
monsters,
that.
that's what they're called.
You'll say that, but we'll be 40 and
Oh
we'll be
yeah.
like, yeah, check out my new Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I'm not into Pokemon cards, but like I feel like if I got into Magic the Gathering when I was younger, I'd probably still be playing it, I would say.
Right. So fun, another fun bully. I guess I was a bully. I made fun of.
Fun. You said fun? It's fun being a bully? Is that what you
No,
said?
no, no, no. Another fun fact of me being a bully.
Man, what?
That I didn't think of as a. I used to like. I knew tons of people who played Magic the Gathering, like went to actually dens
Yeah,
and contests and stuff like that. And they're like,
fun.
"You want to join?" I was like, "No, I'm not a loser." I,
What were you
I don't,
doing that was so much better than doing that though during that time?
nothing, nothing. I had no taste, and
Were you sitting at home alone doing nothings? Like, yeah, shows them I'm not the loser. They're the ones going out and having a social life and having fun while I sit here in turmoil.
I wasn't in turmoil, but the rest is true. I was didn't really go out much. Um, my idea of a good time, right, was like to go out to like the bar, right,
Oh, really?
at the club. That was at that time. But even then, I only went out because I thought that's what I only
Cool
did.
people
That's
did?
what, yeah,
Wait. So you're telling me you only went out to the bar and stuff? That's because that's what you thought cool people did?
maybe not cool people per se, but I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
Really? See, I never like, huh? I've never thought about that. Like, I've never done anything like that because I felt like that's what I should be doing or that's what I'm supposed to be doing, except for college, obviously. But
Yeah, it was because like I was never a very outgoing person. I've never been a very outgoing person.
really, I think you are.
A lot of people say that, but like I also was in theater school for a year, so maybe I'm just a good actor.
You're very approachable. I would say that,
Yeah,
unlike
a lot of
someone
people
else.
say that. Usually after I leave a conversation, I feel exhausted. I'm like, oh God, I'm glad that's over.
You feel that way after our podcast?
uh, at first, yeah,
Really?
yeah, like not that I didn't have fun, but I was like, because like talking that long
Yeah.
is very draining for me. So like, but I guess I have social endurance, so I can
Well,
pretend to be for extended periods of time. But
let me say this: is there a difference between talking when you know you're recorded versus when you know you're not recorded? Because we used to talk like for 3 or 4 hours straight, like when I was in my old job before we started recording our podcast.
that was still
Remember?
exhausting. I
It
remember
was?
that was exhausting. Yeah,
Huh? Why are you sitting on the phone with me then?
because you're my friend
Oh,
and
oh,
you need attention.
I do need attention. Okay, it goes both ways. How many times you call me randomly? Wake up my son.
You know, that's true. That's fair. I've called you a lot more. Those first few weeks, months. I didn't call you once. You called me every. I think you called me every weekend, and then one day you didn't call me, and I texted you and said, "Where's? Why didn't you call me today?"
You just expected it.
I guess yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
um, but anyway, yeah. So like I didn't play. So it's just interesting for me, especially like how much I've changed after meeting Tori, because Tori really introduced me to a lot of stuff that I never like Pokemon. Never would have thought twice about it. Never would have thought about the cards, the anime, the
Mm,
games, any of that stuff. So yeah, like a lot of who I am now is different than who I was before her.
Yep.
Like Magic
Yeah.
the Gathering, like a card, getting the idea of playing a card game like that. I just would have been like, God, nerds,
Or or D&D. Now you play D&D all the time.
And now I play D&D, twice a week. So, well, sometimes we, because it's virtual, so we take breaks. But like, yeah, I
And you
play
know
D&D now.
Tori's the biggest social butterfly I've ever seen in my life. So
It's
that
you.
also doesn't help you either. You have to like.
It's funny you say that because like,
Why?
because as well as I do that Tori is not a social butterfly, but she does a better job of interacting with other people than I do. 'Cause I
Yeah,
will walk away from a conversation if I'm like, I'm done. I'm just
I know, I know you will. I'm
gonna.
done. See, I've seen it countless times, so it's all good.
But yeah, so I used to like I made fun of people who played those card games, and now like looking back on, it, I'm like, man, I really missed out because this looks like a lot of fun, and I wish I had participated in that. So
Yeah, same here, honestly.
um, about the movie, I let's see here. What do I want to what do I want to talk about first? What do you want to talk about first? I'm still
Uh,
processing. I watched it last night before I went to
who-
bed.
I watched it 2 hours ago.
Really wake up this morning and watch it?
Well, I went to the gym, and then when I got back home, I watched it.
Since it's fresher in
Uh,
your mind, what do you want to talk about?
uh, I already asked you about like the score or like the review it got, but who's your favorite character? Since these are your first time seeing these characters.
Ooh, who's my favorite character?
Hmm.
Pharaoh.
The Pharaoh? Which Pharaoh?
No, not Lord, not Anubis, Lord of Death.
Yugi's like Pharaoh, like Millennium Puzzle Pharaoh.
Yeah, I really liked
Yeah,
him.
Big Yugi. That's what people call him, Big Yugi.
Is he a part? That was something that was confusing to me.
Yeah, you have to watch the series to understand that part.
Yeah, is he just like part of Yugi? Like, are they intertwined? Is that
Kind
Millennium
of.
Puzzle something that occurred before the series began and it's just been with him the whole time?
First episode. That's when it came. So Yugi solved the puzzle, but he was the one that was supposed to solve it because no one else could solve it. So once he solved it, then the Pharaoh, which was Big Yugi, got released, and now they share the same body. But when Yugi has his body back, the Pharaoh like resides in that Millennium Puzzle, and then when it's
Okay.
time to duel, Big Yugi takes over instead of Little Yugi. So it's usually Big Yugi dueling, and Yugi and small Yugi is not like dueling at all. So.
So questions about that. So does that mean that a Lord Anubis has been the big baddie behind the series from the very beginning?
No.
Okay, because they got released at the same time. So like, why
Uh,
did it take 3 seasons before we learned about Lord Anubis?
because they had new cards that they wanted to come out, and they had to create a character, so they created that guy.
Okay, fair enough. My second question is: nobody goes, man. No one thinks it's weird that this 5,000-year-old pharaoh spirit and a teenager swap bodies.
Well, no one notices, which is weird. No one notices because Yugi grows like 8 inches, but no one notices that happens except for Taya. Taya's the only one that notices it.
Now his
And
two buddies know too, right? Because they mentioned the pharaoh in the movie, or did that? Is
they
that when they?
they do like after like season 2 or 3. But like first season, the big bad was Pegasus because Pegasus is the one that created the game Duel Monsters.
Okay.
Um, but since he created it, he was a big bad, and then pharaohs and the Egypt stuff started coming in season 2 and 3, which would make sense that this leads into the movie. So
Okay. And my other question is why does Pharaoh have to take over during the duel? Why can't Yugi do it during the duel?
because Yugi sucks at dueling. The Pharaoh, Big Yugi is really good at dueling.
Really
Well, Yugi doesn't suck, but Big Yugi's a lot better.
interesting. So like the lead character is actually bad at the thing that he's supposed to be, that everyone doesn't thinks that he's amazing at.
He's not bad, but like he's not Pharaoh good. Like they do a whole thing about this of where Big Yugi can't duel. Like in one of the seasons, he can't duel for some reason. He's locked out. So Little Yugi has to duel, and Little Yugi like he still wins, but like barely wins. And he had to use like the heart of the cards like gimmick to win.
What does that mean? Heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards is believing that your next card is the card you need in the deck, and that just means like it's plot
Oh,
armor.
gambler fallacy.
Yeah. Pretty much, that's the card you need.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get that one, that blackjack, that 10 I need, and I'm gonna win this whole jackpot, and then it's like a 7. So
yeah. And then Little Yugi just won that on coincidence. But I have a feeling Big Yugi manipulates it with magic, so the cards he needs are automatically picked. Just like with that last one, right? The last 2 cards he needed were the last 2 cards in his deck. Who would have thought?
yeah.
Oh, and another thing, Yugi should have lost that duel twice. Once to Kaiba and then once to Anubis. To Kaiba, he should have lost when the Shining Dragon attacked him. Because he should have had 4,800 attack points instead of 45 because of the amount of dragons in his graveyard, and that should have wiped out his hit points. And Anubis, you remember how the 2 Sphinx attacked both those monsters?
Yeah.
So if he would have attacked with the one monster that halves dealt that damage, right, where like half of that monsters that destroyed life points get deducted from your life points.
Yeah.
If he would have attacked with that monster on the stronger monster, he would have automatically won. Because that monster that he attacked, not the little cream puff, but the Celtic Guardian, because the cream puff was only like 300 life points, so he only lost like 100 points. But if he attacked the Celtic Guardian, which is 1,400 life points, he would have lost 600 life points, or 700, which would have wiped him out. So he could have lost that twice, but plot armor, he had to win.
I didn't pay that close attention to their attack points.
I did, just because I played the game.
Did it make you mad?
It did, yeah. Stupid plot armor.
Is that why? Well, okay.
Friendship. That's what it is.
What the hell? Okay, so what is this like?
Oh, you
pseudo
know,
friendship. Yeah, pseudo friendship.
That happened in the first season. They all put their hands in a circle, right? And then they drew a circle around all 4 hands and like did like a symbol of friendship. So like when they do that, that's like anything's possible with the power of friendship. And then that's pretty much the whole premise.
Stupid.
That's the whole premise of it.
Okay. Wonderful message. But no.
Yeah, it's not stupid, Lance. Don't be a bully. Come on now. Change your ways.
I am such a anti-fluff person.
Yeah, I'm very blunt.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on some of the stuff?
So like specifically with characters, the movie, just as a whole.
Whatever you want to talk about. Would you watch another Yu-Gi-Oh movie, or would you watch the series?
I don't know if I'd watch the series, but I would
Series is good. At least watch the first season. First season's the best.
I mean, Mike, I can. What is it? 11 episodes? 12 episodes? Is it a stupid arc that's like
40?
500?
like 40?
40?
I have no idea. I'm just throwing a number out there.
I mean, I'd take out a few of it. I'll check out a few episodes. No, I was interested. I would probably watch another Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
You should play Yu-Gi-Oh with me. There's a free mobile app or desktop app.
I know about the mobile app. I don't know if I should go start buying cards.
You don't gotta buy cards. It's all free. You can buy cards if you want, but like you get the cards, just get them later if you don't buy them.
Okay. I guess I could try the mobile app for free. Yeah, I know about the mobile app because I had some people try to get me to play.
Yeah, I was one of them. I played for like 2 years straight.
Did you try to get me to play?
Yeah, and then I lost my password to get into the game, and now I had an Android phone, and it doesn't go back and forth from Android to Apple. So now I switched to Apple. I can't get the same cards I had. I have to create a whole new account with Apple. You know how frustrating that is? I had a great deck. Great deck.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it is frustrating for you.
It was. I don't play anymore, so it's fine.
Why don't we just play Pokemon? Why do we have to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Play
Pokemon's fun.
Magic.
We can play Magic. I don't know how to play Magic though.
I don't either.
Well, that's fine.
Some of those cards, though, some of those rare cards are super worth money. Like we've
Which
been,
ones?
I didn't look at specifically which card, but I saw some that were like
What? But for Magic or for Pokemon?
for Magic.
Oh, Magic.
Because we've been going every few weeks and getting Pokemon card packs
Mm.
for Tori because she started collecting them again, and it's just a fun little hobby.
Nice.
And I just happened to be browsing around, and I saw they have a whole like glass display, you know, lock on it of Magic the Gathering cards, and some of them were like I think there was one that was $75.
Wow, it's a lot.
Yeah, and it's just mind-boggling. I mean, I get it, but I also just wow, I never would have occurred to me that a card from a card game could be worth so much.
What about Psychopaths Volume 3? Do you think that would be worth that much, huh?
10 years ago, absolutely not.
Yeah. Maybe once you get
even-
into Magic, you'll understand why.
Well, here's the thing. I still don't think that it was worth what we paid for it.
So you don't so you wouldn't pay for it that again, like if you didn't have it.
Okay. Paying for it because I want it, but thinking to myself, it's not worth that.
Yeah.
Different. Like
How are they two different things?
Because I'm begrudgingly doing it because I have no other option. I'm not sitting there thinking, "Man, I'm getting a good deal," or "Man,
Oh yeah.
yeah." Like it's a mental thing, right? Like I'm still spending the money, right? But like I'm acknowledging in my head, I'm overpaying for this, but there's no other way for me to get it. If there was another way for me to get it, I would.
So are you the person that will go to the grocery store and buy the smoothie or like buy the drink that you like a little bit less because it's a better deal, like it's more % off?
No, I buy what I like, and
Because I'm that person. That's what I do.
no,
Like, oh wow, I saved 60%. That's what a deal. I'm gonna buy that, and I hate it, but I still buy it.
No. So like I will try to. I won't buy things. So like we got Psychopaths, and we overpaid for it.
Yeah.
So like I can't say I won't, but I try to buy things that I like, that I'm okay with spending the money on. And if I don't like it, or if I'm not okay with spending on it, then I don't get it. Or if I do get it, it's a treat. Like I treat it as like a special occasion or special. Like so, occasionally I will go to Starbucks and get myself a frappuccino or a mocha or one of those, non-coffee. It's sold at a coffee because it's dessert.
Non-coffee.
It's dessert. If you put anything in coffee,
It's a frappuccino, right?
It's dessert.
It's coffee. It's coffee.
Dessert is what
How
it
is
is. Coffee is
coffee?
black. Coffee is black. You put anything in coffee, it's now dessert.
You say you put milk in it, it's dessert?
Yes.
What about like lattes? Is that dessert? Mochas? Americano. Is Americanos really dessert?
I don't even think Americano. I mean, Americano is coffee. It's just like it's like a half. I think.
It has milk in it, right?
No, I don't think.
Oh, it's just water. It's water and coffee.
Yeah, because it cuts down. It's supposed to like cut down on the caffeine. Like anytime I've ever gone in and asked for decaf, they're like, "Well, I can do Americano." So it's but yeah, no, it's dessert.
I don't know if you're right about that. But I'll take your advice. You grind your own beans, so I'll take your advice.
I also grind my own gears. But anyway, I will treat myself. I will treat myself to a dessert beverage once in a while because I'm like, you know what, I kind of not. But But I won't buy those every day because it's not worth that.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, yeah, but I also acknowledge that things have value because people give them value. So like, I may not think that $5, $6 drink every day, is worth it, but there might be someone out there who does, and that's okay. It's a matter of perspective.
That's fair.
Um,
You've been working out. You look jacked.
no, I
Looks
haven't.
like you have. Your shoulders look massive.
My doctor asked me that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Your arms look like your arms and your shoulders, your traps look jacked.
I haven't been. Maybe it's stress.
You're always like tensed up like this, so you're always
Yeah.
flexing. That's fair.
Let's back to the movie. I would watch another Yu-Gi-Oh movie. As like a popcorn experience. It wasn't bad.
Sure.
It wasn't bad. It was fun.
I don't think it was that bad, honestly, either.
I don't think it's definitely not 5%. I don't think it, I mean, I would give it like maybe like 20 or 30%.
Yeah, the animation wasn't horrible either. Like I thought it was pretty decent for 2004, anyways.
I think the biggest thing about it was the script, because like the grandfather was like opens up this newspaper. Oh, what do they have at the Egyptian exhibit? I've never seen this before, dude.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this looks just like the Millennium item. What?
Yeah, like how do you just know that off the cuff? So there's just definitely a lot of like there's plot armor. There's definitely a lot of like the plot has to move forward, so we have to interject this statement here to give this character a reason to go here. Which any movie does that, but it's so out of place. Like it's not organic.
Yeah. Kaiba reminds me a lot of Poindexter reminds me a lot of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, if you can see those similarities. Like Kaiba's pride gets in his way too often, just like Vegeta. It's like you didn't beat me, and then Pegasus is like, he's beat you every time. Every single time he's beating you.
Yeah, I can see the similarities between them. It just seems so weird, like the fact that at the end there he was so prideful, like Anubis was manipulating him the whole time, right? But even then, he's like, don't destroy the pyramid of light. He's like, but I have to, because the only way to make him suffer is to beat him with his own card, his own stupid god card.
I mean, that's the same thing that happened to Vegeta. Obviously, you didn't watch like DBZ, but like in season 8 with Vegeta, he becomes Majin Vegeta, and then he's like, he lets Majin or Bibbidi, control him. So, but like when Bibidi's like, hey, go fight this other person instead of Goku, he's like, no, I have to destroy Goku. I'm like, what? It's the same thing as Kaiba. I have to destroy Yugi, but my way.
Is there ever like so the Pharaoh Big Yugi's always been there as far as as long as the season's been going or the show's been going on?
Yep.
Was there ever like a man Yugi? When did you get good at dueling? Or
no, not really, because as far as his circle of friends in his high school, Yugi was the best at Duel Monsters. But once he got to Millennium Puzzle, obviously he became a lot better. But to the people around him at the time, it seemed like he's always been playing that good. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he had a small circle of friends and then he started, dipping his toe outside of that.
As soon as he solved the Millennium Puzzle, that's when the first worldwide tournament began on Pegasus Island, and Yugi and like Joey and all of them, like anyone can enter, so they all entered, and they all like went in there, and then Yugi beat everybody. So that's what happened.
Is there ever explained why a 5,000-year-old Egyptian pharaoh is good at a card game, or why?
Yeah,
that didn't exist at the time.
It did exist. It just wasn't cards. It was tablets. So the monsters were sealed into tablets, like cards, obviously, but they would take the tablets and they would summon an actual monster, and they would fight with those monsters. But now, obviously, it's Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead.
Okay, so did Pegasus when he invented the card game? Is it? I guess some of the monsters that like Anubis called,
Hmm?
right, were also on Yu-Gi-Oh cards, weren't they? Or
Yeah, they were.
did Pegasus like stumble across this old Egyptian tablet game and was like, I'm gonna make a card game out of this, and then
It's kind of weird. So Pegasus had a Millennium item, kind of like the necklace pyramid thingy, the Millennium puzzle.
huh?
But he had a Millennium Eye. It's called the All-Seeing Eye, whatever. So he automatically gained like all the memories of like the past. So he knew all of the different monsters there were.
Mhm.
So he didn't have to think of like what monsters to put on a card. He just knew them all and just made the cards.
Okay. Now the Millennium Eye, it's gone now. So like, well, one, how did he
Yep.
gain the Millennium Eye?
Entomb. Because he's an archaeologist actually.
Pegasus
Pegasus.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he was an archaeologist, and his dying wife, he was trying to find like he heard like rumors about like old like Egyptian items that would magically heal people. So he was trying to find those, and then he stumbled upon the Millennium Eye, and it kind of like as soon as he opened up the tomb or whatever, the eye like stuck to his face and replaced that eye with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now that, and so how did he lose it?
When he fought, when he dueled Yugi, when Yugi won the duel, Big Yugi, he used his Pharaoh powers to strip the Millennium Eye from Pegasus.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then Yugi, Big Yugi, um, once he did that, Pegasus turned less evil because the Millennium there's Millennium pieces that are evil, which are pretty much all of them except for the staff and the puzzle.
Okay. So now Pegasus doesn't only has one eyeball.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why his hair always covers it.
Yep.
Um,
They covered a lot too in the first season when he had the Millennium Eye too.
is there any
But
like
you know what's really funny though too?
what?
Sorry, the Millennium Eye, he used it a lot. Because Pegasus never lost a duel until Yugi, but that's because Pegasus that Millennium Eye also let him see other players' cards in their hand, so he cheat the whole time.
Oh wow.
He's like, I
Um,
know what. So like, you know what Yugi did to beat him?
what?
Because he only was able to see the cards in the hands because he could see from the other person's perspective of what cards. So Yugi had to duel without knowing what cards he had. So like he'd draw, put him face down, and then just pick randomly.
So
Heart of the
what?
cards. Heart of
What
the
are the
cards.
cards? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, is there any sort of like if you we ever like where do the Millennium pieces come from? Is there any
I have no
special
idea.
perk? Okay. Is there any special perk like if you collect all of them and like integrate all of them into like you gain like godlike powers if you
Pretty
have
much, yeah.
all?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's the premise of like season 3 or 4. Is like they're all trying to gain all the Millennium pieces. But I don't remember what exactly happens. But I think he's like godlike powers or something. The
So when
god cards are real popular.
he stripped the Millennium Eye, did like Yugi now wear the eye, or is it like did he like put it in like my Pharaoh's safe spot? Like I'm just gonna put this right here where no one can get to it.
Pretty much, I think it's the safe spot thing. I can't really remember though. Been a
Okay.
while. I was real into it as a
Interesting.
kid.
Like I feel like this should be way like just on the little bit we've talked about. Like I feel like the whole show. Like I said, this is all based off the movie. I feel like it should be better than what it was. I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but I feel like the plot itself has an interesting.
Oh yeah, the seasons obviously are way better. And then I was always looking forward to as a kid, like the first season's a banger. Second season I liked a lot with the Battle City because it's like instead of being on an island with like predestinations, you have to go to battle. You can battle wherever you want to be, like with those deck things, which are I got one of those when I was a kid too. That was really cool. Um, fun story. When I was in school, I went to a private Catholic school, and when I was a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh was really popular. And like for the first like couple of months or couple like first year it was out, everyone was playing it at the school. And then once people started fighting over cards, and fighting over like, hey, that's my card, or like, hey, you lost, I get to take a card now, stuff like that, or like people stealing cards because they're
Mhm.
kids. It was banned from school. Like you can't bring any Yu-Gi-Oh cards to school, and you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I'm like, uh, but people still brought them anyways,
Mhm.
and just tried to hide it. I just thought it was funny that it got to that point at a Catholic private school.
Did you tell me that you gave a Yu-Gi-Oh card as a gift and then you still like you
No,
took
no,
it?
no, no, no. You got to tell the whole story if you're gonna tell it. You know.
That's why I'm asking you. I can't
Oh, I know.
remember.
I know. Yeah. Well, let's rewind, okay? Let's rewind back to childhood Chase as a bully. As a bully. I think I was like 7, probably 7 or 8, maybe 9. I don't know. One of those ages. That definitely wasn't double digits. But I went to one of my friend's birthday parties, right? And we were all into Yu-Gi-Oh at that time, so I got him a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Um, so we got there and everyone's like playing around, stuff like that. So while everyone's outside playing and my mom is talking to the other moms, right, in another room, I go to where all the presents are. I grab the present that I brought, take out the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because he already opened up the presents, right? So, but he hasn't opened up his pack yet. So I take the pack out. It's still in its actual like aluminum foil pack thingy. So I go up to the birthday guy, right? And I'm like, hey, I have this unopened pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I will sell them to you for $20. So I sold him his own Yu-Gi-Oh cards back to him for $20 profit, and that's how you make money.
And what
100%
happened?
profit. 100% profit.
Because
Because my mom bought those cards, not me, and she bought them for $5.
so you got to
I sold the same cards for 20.
and tell them what happened.
I got caught because my mom's like, "Where'd you get that $20 from?" And I'm like, "Found on the ground." I was like, "No, you did it." And so obviously, once you started asking around, the birthday guy, he's like, "Hey, where did do you know where Chase got that $20?" Like, "Oh yeah, I gave it to him for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards I bought from him." It's like, "What do you mean Yu-Gi-Oh cards you bought?" And it's like, "Those are the cards that we got you for your birthday." It did not go well for me. I will say that.
Is he still a friend after that?
Oh yeah, he doesn't remember anything. I don't remember anything. Well, I remember it, but he doesn't remember any of it, so it's fine because he was younger at the time than
Yeah.
me. But like, I was a little hustler back in the day. There's so many times, and I'm not proud of this, but I was around the same age because I wanted a lot of stuff, but I obviously don't have a job, and my grandparents and my parents wouldn't buy me anything unless it was my birthday or Christmas. Like every time they go to the store, they would always say, "Now, when we get in there, don't ask for anything." And I'm like, "Okay, it's the same speech you give me every time we go into the store." And I always walk out with something. So whatever. But when I walk out with something, it's usually a candy bar. It's not like the thing I really want. So like there's this really cool Star Wars toy I really wanted when I was a kid. It was Obi-Wan Kenobi, blue lightsaber. I could picture it in my head right now. I was so ready to get this toy, right? So what I did, my grandparents raised me, right? So I'm at my grandparents' house. I know where my grandpa keeps his wallet as a 7 or 8 year old, right? So I took $10 out, and this dude, he's always keeping cash on him, right? He's not a big fan of credit or debit cards. He had like I'd say $70 in there, right? He's not gonna notice if $10 was missing. He didn't notice. I took the $10 out when we got to Dollar General because we always went Dollar General. That was his big thing. Was Dollar General. We got there. I get out of the passenger seat because my grandparents didn't believe in booster seats or car seats, so I got out of the passenger seat, unbuckled myself. My grandpa takes forever to get out of the car, so I stick the $10 underneath the tire and like get dirt and stuff and water and all the stuff over there. And I'm like, "Hey, look, Babo." That's what I called him. Like, "Babo, look, look, look! I found $10 on the ground." And he gives me a look. He's like, "Okay." Because I feel like he knew that that was a $10, but he's
Yeah.
like, "All right, you hustled this far, so just
Yeah.
keep it." So I went in there, got me my Obi-Wan Kenobi, play with it for a good year straight.
That's awesome.
That's
I
not
have.
awesome. That's called stealing, Lance.
I'm no, it's awesome that you were able to get the toy that you wanted. I
Yep.
um, I did a couple. I did a lot of the same stuff. So like,
Did you really?
but I was a lot older.
Oh, you were?
All right, so here's one story. I was probably I was in college,
College.
and yeah, it was like my first year, and my parents were paying for my gas, right? Like it's just like driving back home, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
It
so
used to happen to me too.
so well, what they would do is they would just give me their credit card, right? They
Yeah.
say go to get gas, right, and everything, and bring back the receipt. So what I would do is I would pre and then I would always prepay, right? So I went in and I prepay at the pump, going do it, and then one time I over prepaid, right? I don't more than the gas I needed. So I was like, oh crap, what do I do? So I go back in. I say, hey, I didn't need as much gas as I paid for. Um, how can can I get a refund? He goes, yeah, sure, and he gives me cash. So I was like, and then the light bulb went on. I go, wait a minute, I can I can give a receipt for the gas that I prepaid, go back in and get a refund, and keep the difference, and they won't know. This sounds like a great idea. So I did that for a while, and then eventually, well, they had questions because they're like, why are you filling up so much? Like you're spending this amount of money on gas, but you're
Yeah.
you
You still
shouldn't
need
be.
like yeah, you need gas all the time.
Yeah. So they never like outright confront. So on a lot of the shenanigans I did, they never outright confronted me on most of
Yeah.
them. They would just go, okay, you played your card. Here, you just activated my trap card. I'm go- I'm gonna go drive your car and fill it up for you.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
um,
How much
so
would you swindle out of that? Like each time, like $10, $15?
something like that. I don't
Okay,
think I
that's
ever
not
went.
much.
Yeah, I never.
After a
Yeah,
while, yeah, probably.
yeah. After a while, you're
What do
like
you do with
sitting
the extra
on.
money?
What did I do with it? I don't remember what I did with it. I was 18. I don't
Yeah.
remember what I did. Probably something stupid. But
Yeah. That's how I
yeah,
feel.
yeah. So I activated the trap card. That was one. Well, another one I used to do is so at the time I was 15 or 16 and I smoked, right, and my dad he smoked too at the time. We both quit, but what I would do is he'd have his pack of cigarettes in his car. I would go in there and I would like, you know what, he's not going to miss one or two. So I would like steal one or two cigarettes. I did it every day.
He's gonna notice every day, right?
Eventually he did because he never said anything to me. Now his car, which before was unlocked in the garage, suddenly became locked in the garage.
I love it. That's so funny.
I was like, damn
That's
it.
funny.
What am I supposed to do now? No, never could.
How'd you get into smoking at 15? That? Like doing that?
No, I had older friends
Yeah.
and they smoked.
That's the thing that happened to me, man. Like my grandparents smoked all the time, right? My grandpa stopped smoking, but my grandma and my aunt always smoked, and I was like, this is horrible. It smells horrible. But once I started like working at like my farming to work at, everyone smoked there, but they smoked like Swisher Sweets
Huh?
and like cigars. So I'd go and get a Swisher Sweet and just smoke that. But I never got addicted to it. Obviously, I think because I didn't inhale or anything. And I'm not. Are there?
You're not
Yeah, I
supposed to
know.
inhale Swisher Sweets.
I
The
know. Is there nicotine in those or not?
yes.
Huh,
So
but I never got addicted to those.
the thing about like so Swisher Sweets are like little mini cigars. So the thing
Mm.
about why you're not supposed to inhale is because ideally the nicotine in them is thick enough, or the smoke is thick enough that you actually absorb the nicotine through the pores in your mouth.
Yeah, but I never got like addicted to it. I feel like. Like I don't even know like what addiction feels like with like cigars or cigarettes because like I never craved it. Like, and I smoked like one a day for like a good year.
So, I mean, it depends on who
Not a
you
year, like
are.
6 months, I would say.
One a day is not so bad. Like 6 months. I mean, honestly, if you were gonna do it and quit, that would what you did was kind of like the best case scenario. It depends on the person. Sometimes there is a physical element. A lot of times it's the mental element, right? Because like for me, I not knowing, I didn't realize until I quit how I use smoking to mitigate any uncomfortableness I had with talking to people.
Yeah.
Like like we mentioned earlier about me just walking away, right,
Yeah.
from a conversation. Now, what I would do is if I had ran out of things to say or ran out of something to talk about or whatever, just got uncomfortable, I would light a cigarette.
Mm.
That was sort of like, and so I'm doing something, right? So like they're seeing me, so it's not like I'm intentionally not saying anything. I'm filling the gap with my action.
Gotcha.
And so when I quit, I realized, holy crap, there's how that's why I smoked so much because I was a chain smoker,
Really?
and everyone commented on how much I was a chain smoker. I was a chain smoker because I was always uncomfortable being around other people for extended period of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
stopped like almost immediately after I quit that farming company. So it might have been my environment too, because everyone here
too,
smoked,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and like
I
and
mean,
like the new place, no one smoked. So
yeah. I mean, when you're around a bunch of smokers, it's hard to like, especially when you uh, are new at it. I don't know. It's sort of like monkey see, monkey do. You want to acclimate in. That is a big component when you remove that.
yeah,
It kind of goes away. If you're the odd one out, like it sucks when you can't smoke indoors, right? And it's freezing outside. You're the only smoker in your group, so like I'm gonna go outside for a cigarette. They're gonna be like, okay, cool. We're staying inside the warm building
yep,
while you go out there and freeze your ass off. So like I mean that there is a big outsider type behavior or not behavior but experience.
that's fair.
Um,
Quick question: do you play Wordle?
no,
You should
no,
start playing Wordle.
because it's popular now.
Oh my gosh, stop! It's so much fun, man. It really is. Here, like, look, go to Wordle right now. I want to see
No,
if you can beat me because it took me 6 tries to get this word.
you want me now?
Right now, I just want to see. I
While
want
we're
to see.
recording.
Yeah, because I don't think you can beat me because this was a hard word for me. 6 tries.
All right.
Also, by the way, I apologize. I totally forgot to get the last podcast ready to post, so it was an hour late today. My bad.
I wondered. I got the notification like super
Did you
late. I was
really?
like, yeah. What's the
Uh,
website? Is it wordle.com?
Wordle, New York Times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, New York Times. And you said you won't do it because it's popular. Really?
Yeah, like my mom called me. It's like, hey, have you guys heard about Wordle? I was like, yep, and I will never play it now that you've heard of it.
Oh my
Because that's
goodness.
how I know I got mainstream.
Oh, because they know about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm a hipster.
Hipster.
I'm the most bro hipster. Because I don't know any hipster, like actual hipster that talks and acts like I do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
um. Anyway,
Do you know how to play the game?
no.
Are you on the
Obviously, I'm going to
page?
suck because I don't know how to play.
Are you on the page?
I guess the Wordle in 6 tries. Each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. Hit the enter button to submit.
Yep. So guess a 5-letter word, whatever word you want.
Okay, so I exit out of this. Oh, it's what
You get
is it?
six
Six.
tries.
Okay, and it's six up, six across.
No, just 6 across. So you just five. You have to guess 6 different words until you get the word that's right.
Do you have to place the letter in the correct spot, or can you just pick the letter and it will automatically place it?
No, no, no. So it has to be in the right spot. So if it pops up yellow, it's in the word, but in the wrong spot. If it pops up green, it's in the right spot. That makes sense?
And what
Don't
if
worry.
it?
Don't worry about columns. Just worry about rows, because it's just the word that you're looking for.
All right.
So
I hit a letter and then it was white. So that means I got it in the right spot.
let me see. No, you have to like type the whole word in and then hit enter.
Oh, okay. So how do I guess can I remove that? All right, cool.
I can't believe this is your first time. That's pretty exciting. Also, while you're thinking about this, we're almost at time. So once you finish that, I think we're gonna get it going. But trying to also
You said
think
if
about
it's green, it's correct. If it's yellow, it's in the word but not in the right spot, and gray is wrong.
correct. It's not in the word at all. Like which one? Like what, let me see what you guessed.
Oh, I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm not gonna give you any hints or anything.
So that's one try.
Okay. What word did you guess though?
Find out.
What do you mean find out? It's no fair if I can't see.
Um, okay, and then you move to the. Okay, I see. So you move to the
You move to
next
the
line.
next. Yeah, next line.
Okay. So.
I picked this last movie, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
So it's guess your turn to pick then. I'll tell you what though, it takes more than 10 minutes. I'm just gonna shut the podcast off because it's be boring. It took me like 6 minutes, but it took me 6 tries too. Oh. I like doing it the first thing in the
Enough
morning.
words in the list. Not word in the list. Oh, because I misspelled it.
Did you misspell it, or is it not a word? It's real stupid with names too, because sometimes I put a name in there and it's like it's not in the word list. I'm like, but it technically is a word, but okay.
Okay.
If you ever watch Tim the Tap Man, he does Wordle, and it's real funny when he does it.
So I know it's not there or there. It has to be in one of those two spots. So
I feel like I should tell you something because it is important and it doesn't explain the rules. Can I tell you
go
that?
ahead.
Letters can repeat, like they can be in the same word. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay. That.
Yeah, because that's important to know. Because someone told me like a while back ago that letters can't repeat, and it definitely made me lose on one of the words.
Okay. And here's the sucky thing: you can't just type in. You actually have to type in a real word.
Oh yeah, you can't type in.
Type in random letters and.
No, you have to actually type a real word in. How many guesses you at? 3?
2.
2? Start guessing random words.
No, I'm trying to actually think through this.
I mean, that's
I'm
what
not
I
gonna
do
get
too.
it, but
I mean, I do random words that I have none of the letters I actually got in there, so I can eliminate more letters, if that makes sense.
it does.
I got 7 minutes. No pressure. Trying to look at the reflection in your glasses to see like what letters you're on.
All right, I just did my third try. So
How'd you do?
I'm not done yet, but I now know that there is one letter that's in there twice. I know
Nice.
where one of the first letters I guessed is accurately. So
Can you tell me the letters?
it is W-E and R.
Oh, cool.
So I know.
What word you guess with a W in it?
Google it.
What? What?
I said Google it. All right.
I mean, I already guessed the word today.
Was it the same word for everyone?
Same word for everyone. So that's why everybody's like, how fast did you get the Wordle today? Because it's the same Wordle for everyone. So that's why you really shouldn't spoil it for everybody else.
Oh, okay.
So like it's a competition every day against like your friends and your family.
I
That's why it's so
see.
popular. That's why it's so popular.
Oh, I thought it was random, like you would get your
Nope.
own word. Okay.
Every word's different every day. So that's why it's real
Okay.
embarrassing if I don't get it one day because everyone else gets it.
So is there like, can I do a space? All right. Let's try
Space.
this.
A space.
Hold on.
What are you doing? You're
I'm
not
writing
cheating, are
it.
you?
No, I'm not cheating.
What are you writing down?
Just getting the placement of the letters that I know that are accurate.
I use X's as placeholders. That's what I do. So
You do okay. That's what I was trying to use as a place. Okay, so
yeah, I just use X's so I can easily look at it.
that means that has to go there, right? One, two, three, four. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 across. So it has to go there. I know those two are correct.
Nothing has to do with columns, by the way. I hope you know that.
Oh, okay. I'm on my 4th try.
I really want to see what your guesses are. Can I see, please? I'm not going to give you any hints or anything.
Oh well, I guess since you are, yeah. All right.
I already know it. Oh, cool. Wait, what was the one word that you guessed with a W?
Weary.
Was it?
Weary.
Oh, okay.
So what letter?
That's a good guess, though.
Uh,
You were so on it, too.
God, I can't think of what.
So the letters that you have in there, obviously, the ones you used are grayed out that aren't in the word, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but some of those I just did random words just to get an idea.
Yeah, but those words aren't in the word at all. So
Yeah.
you can just nix those.
There's still what I use. What 3 or 4 unnecessary letters? There's still 22 that it could be.
It's awesome seeing you like deep in thought. Is this how you look like when you're like coding or like at work?
I don't know. I never record myself.
No wonder Tori stares at you the whole time you're working.
Because she's mad that I don't get off my computer. Oh gosh, this is tough.
Yeah, bro, this is how I feel almost every day when I wake up first thing in the morning. Imagine like doing this first thing in the morning when you wake up. I actually don't do this first thing in the morning. I wait till I get to the gym.
So stupid.
I know, right?
It's fewer.
It is. It's pretty stupid, isn't it?
All right,
You know what we should do every Sunday?
What?
Not Sunday, every Saturday when we record. We started off with like guessing the wordle.
You want to do that?
That'd be fun.
You're trying to get me to play something that's popular, though. That's what you're trying to do.
Oh yeah, but it is fun.
So does it remember your statistics?
It does, yeah. So you can see how you've been doing.
Like the next one is in 12.
Yeah, because it's every day at midnight.
Okay.
So my score is I've played 51 times. I win 96% of the time. My max streak is 26 days in a row.
So what you're saying is that I need to get 100%.
Yeah,
So I can say that I'm better than you.
5 times I got it 3 times in a row. 5 times took me 3 guesses. 16 times 4, 16 times 5, 11 times 6. I got it 1 time on my first try. That's because I already knew the word because Aubrey ruined it for me.
It's fun.
It's pretty fun. See, mainstream things can be fun, okay? All right.
That explains why my mom was like, "Have you done your Wordle yet today?" I was like, "No, Mom."
I'm not a normie, okay? Go back to watching my anime.
Go back to watching my anime and eating food with chopsticks and taking my shoes off. You know.
Oh, I got another person to listen to tune into the podcast.
Who?
The Taco Bell drive-through guy. Why is that so funny?
Because it's like you and I was talking to Hunter about this morning. How you two can just like approach basically strangers, and you're like, oh yeah, we're best friends now, or we get along now, and I'm like, how do you do that?
I can't do that, honestly. I really can't.
If you can chit chat with the person working at the drive-through and like is casually go, yeah, you should check out the podcast.
Well, it was this morning. No one else was in the drive-through, and like he's like, "Yeah, how's your day going?" And then he's the one that asked me, "You got any big plans today?" And I'm like, "No, just about to do my podcast after I."
Oh God, you froze. Fortunately, you froze on the face that you make all the time when you're thinking. Nice. Nice. Are you there? No. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, cool. I'm gonna leave my video off.
Okay.
But yeah, he's the one that brought it up, so I couldn't. Yeah, I just was chit chatting back. But I asked him, so do you like anime then? And he's like, no, not really. But I believe in like going outside my comfort zone, my boundaries to try new things. So I'll check it out. I was like, that's awesome.
Okay, cool. Well, very nice. Look at you exposing people to the podcast like that. See, I don't talk to anyone about it.
Yeah.
Tori goes
right.
out and goes like, Lance records a podcast about anime, right? And I'm like,
all right. What do you want to listen to? What do you want to watch next time?
I want to watch next time. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me check here my little list of. Do you want to watch something serious? Do you want to watch something fun?
Oh,
No, I owe you Domestic Girlfriend, but it's a matter of finding time.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's a nice day outside today.
Oh, what is this?
What is what? There's a bunch of stuff on Tubi, actually. Do you want to watch your Pokemon first movie?
I've already seen the Pokemon first movie.
You have or haven't?
I have.
I have too. You said
Mewtwo's
you have?
my favorite character. Yeah, I have. Mewtwo's my favorite character.
Oh, Mewtwo's okay.
I
keep getting
love
so many emails from my school saying, "Are you ready for your first day?" I don't know. The past 20 emails didn't get me ready. I don't know if this one's going to.
You could watch. Oh, let's see here. Do you think we could find Altered Carbon?
Altered Carbon?
Re-sleeved?
Isn't that a HBO show or something?
Is it?
Altered Carbon.
Oh, it's a movie. The one I'm looking at. Takashi Kovacs protects a young tattoo artist while investigating the death of a Yakuza boss on the planet Latinmere.
Where's it at? Like, where can you watch that?
I don't know. It's saying that it's not. Title isn't currently available on my TV app, so
it's cyberpunk themed. Is that why you want
to
watch it? So it's
why I want to watch it.
It's a live action series.
Oh, it's an animation.
Altered Carbon?
Re-sleeved.
2020 film? Oh, it looks like it's on Netflix.
Is it?
What?
Is it on Netflix?
Looks like it. It's got 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Want to watch that one, or do you want to watch something else?
No, we can watch that. Sounds good to me.
Cool. All right, we'll do that next week.
I'll make sure it's on. I'm making sure it's on Netflix real quick. Yep, right here. Hour and 14 minutes. It's cool. We'll watch that.
All right.
All right. We'll catch everyone next time when we watch and review Altered Carbon Re-sleeved.
Bye.
Bye.